Now let's grab a building and put it on the site. So I have CV11, the last module, on the desktop, and let's go to the south elevation of that drawing. And I'm going to select the whole building from that elevation. This way you can grab all the components. If you do it in a plan view, you won't grab everything. So I've grabbed everything, and now I'm going to group it. And we're not concerned with the name of it. And I'm going to go do Control C to copy it. And we'll jump over to our site plan of our building. And I'll zoom out here and we'll come into where we can place our building. So I'll do Control V. And just a little issue about a generic element. I don't think that'll matter. And I'll go ahead and place our building. And that's on level 1. So let's just take a look and see what we've got now. So I'll just flip to the 3D view. And there's our building placed. So we're going to do a few more things with it. Our pad is relatively small compared to the building. So let's go to the site and think a little bit about what I'll do is I'll double click on this and I'll expand it out just to get started. And I'm going to grab the building and make a copy of it just to make it look like we have a little more going on here than we do. Grab up in the corner there and I'll pull it down to this corner. And now I just want to make some adjustments to our... Now sometimes this won't allow us to pick the topography. So if what I have to do is you actually have to select it and then tab one more time. Now I have the pad and now I can double click to edit it. And I'm just going to pull it in until it's along the side of this building. And I'll pull it tight to this side of the building. And we'll probably leave a little space out in front. And what I want to do is I don't want to make, I want this to be an open area in front of the building, but I don't want it to be quite that large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim it down a little bit. So I'll make a little, there we go. And I'll just pull these back. And we'll click that off. And once again, we'll go to that 3D view. And it seems like we're really close over to this edge of the site. So I'm inclined to move everything a little bit. I'm going to grab the topography. And let me see if I can actually grab the buildings too. So 3 items. And grab the move tool. And I'm just going to pull this back and over a little bit. And it didn't move the pad, which is okay. We'll go ahead and move the pad separately. I'm going to click in it and grab its shape. I'll do Control All. Oops, can't do that. It won't let me. I'll select all of the elements. And we'll move it over. First I'll move it to the back edge of the building. And I'll do the same over here. And before we quit out of this section of the video, I'm just going to grab a view of this. So I'm going to grab View, Camera, come down here by the road and shoot back on it. And there we have a picture of our site. And we have enough land going over that way. It's not quite as dramatic as I would like it to be, and so we know that the fix to that is to kind of bring the camera in closer. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to drag the camera in a little bit closer, and we'll look at that 3D view again. And you'll see that the 2-point perspective popped up a little bit, so it looks a little more dramatic. So let's go ahead and render it. And then let's adjust our styles here. Get rid of the edges, smooth it. Turn our shadows on, get some sky going on. and the lighting looks kind of terrible. So let's pick a day. And, you know, close to sunset, I guess. Oops, too close to sunset. Okay, so that's a start. So we have our building, and we have a start of a rendering. And I noticed that if I was to move this over here, this is a little bit of our side deck. It's a little large, it looks like. So I might kind of trim that back a little bit. So we'll bear with me here, and we'll do that now. Go back to the site. Grab our pad, double click into it, and I'll just pull this back and close that out. Go to our 3D view. Okay, so next we'll look at possibly placing a retaining wall.